Welcome everyone to another Structure Deck unboxing. This time around we are taking a look at Structure Deck SHADDOLL SHOWDOwn. It actually officially got released today on February 14, Valentine's Day, surprisingly of all days. But if you've actually already seen unboxings of this, that's because a lot of the more popular YouTubers usually get products sent to them early by Konami, which is why you've probably already seen this. But today is the official release of this product, which means that fans around the world can buy this starting today, officially. Although, again, you could technically get it before if you... There's actually other ways to get products early, like competing in certain tournaments and regionals and stuff like that. I'm not going to get crazy about that because I'm not even a crazy expert. So yeah, this one is first edition. I think I mentioned that. It's first edition. And here's the back really quick, once it focuses. And there we go. So it's SHADDOLLs. SHADDOLLs were obviously very good back then, and then they kind of just like died out, sort of. They didn't completely die out, but now there's all this speculation, this giving a few more new supports in combination with the revised master rules or master rule revisions, whatever. There's a lot of speculation. You can actually watch a lot of videos on YouTube that are basically saying like, oh my god, are SHADDOLLs back? Maybe they could actually be back in some competitive and viable way. So here is the playmat. As you can see, it's still using Master Rule 4 because it's not going to be until April when Master Rule Revisions actually takes into effect. So we are still using these this other format here. Oh, and by the way, the back, as always, kind of shows you strategies that you have available to you, plus what booster packs you can actually get. They always use, of course, the ones that are still currently popular, like the newest releases like Ignition Assault, Rising Rampage, Chaos Impact, Dual Devastator, products that are still available in many stores, so yeah, because obviously they want to sell, which makes a lot of sense. They got to make that money to keep being in business and making more products for all of us. So here is the entire thing. It's actually a little bit thicker because in terms of the number of cards total, it says it down here, and it says 39 commons, 7 super rares, 1 ultra. So that's oh my god, that's I think 47. Holy shit. Alright, let's take a look. Gonna go ahead and open up this baby here. Getting some nice first edition, some juicy first edition cards. Cannot wait for this. Alright. Here we go. So we are gonna start with the cover card. SHADDOLL. In case you don't know, SHADDOLLs are essentially fusion monsters. And they're still in the SHADDOLL archetype, they just call it SHADDOLLs. But this here is SHADDOLL Grista. It's a fire level 7 monster. Let's take a look at the effect here, because the attribute is rock. 1 shadow monster plus 1 fire monster. Okay? 2450 attack, it's kind of awkward. It says, must first be fusion summon. When you're putting would special summon a monster or monsters, when you have a SHADDOLL card in your hand, quick effect, you can negate the summon, and if you do, destroy that monster, then send 1 SHADDOLL card from your hand to the graveyard. You can only use this effect once per turn, hard once per turn. And if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 SHADDOLL spell trap in your graveyard added to your hand. So nice recovery there. That's pretty good. Overall, a pretty solid card, as you can see. That's kind of cool. I also like the artwork. It's actually fairly interesting. Alright. The next foil is this one right here. Oh my god, it takes a while to focus sometimes. I don't know why. SHADDOLL Akalone. It's a level 6 spellcaster fusion. 2 shadow monsters with different attributes must first be fusion summon, cannot be destroyed by battle. Okay, you can only use each of the following effects once per turn, hard once per turn. If this card is special summon, you can target 1 face-up card in the field and negate its effects. And if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add 1 SHADDOLL card from your deck or graveyard to your hand and discard 1 card. I mean, at least it's saying each of the following effects once per turn, not one of them once per turn. So you get to use both. It's actually pretty cool too. Alright, so that's another one. There we go. The next one is SHADDOLL Construct. This one you should actually be familiar with, although the artwork might not be familiar because, well, it's different. This is a level 8 fairy fusion. Must first piece, 1 shadow monster plus 1 light monster. Must first piece fusion summon. If this card is special summon, you can send 1 SHADDOLL card from your deck to your graveyard. At the start of the damage step, if this card battles a special summon monster, destroy that monster. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 SHADDOLL spell trap and add it to your hand. Interesting is that none of these are actually once per turn. This is actually freaking crazy. Alright, it's definitely one of the more popular cards, of course, because it does have a lot of different flexibility. Alright, so now we're moving on to the ultras. We actually got a bunch of them. But let me go ahead and, sorry dude, you don't see anything on the screen right now. I'm separating these here. Okay. Here's the supers. So we're going to start with, once it focuses, there we go. Catch Shadow Kaios. Kaios or Chaos? I'm actually not entirely sure. There we go. I'm not going to read all these effects, but in case you don't know, Shadows are basically commonly regarded as flip effects. One of the best flip effect archetypes ever to be created, because flip effects nowadays in general are fairly outdated. It's a fairly outdated concept. So that's one of them. Next up we got A Shadow Wendy. Okay, look at that artwork right there. Oh my god, some fan fiction. Okay, shut up. 1500 attack, as you can see, psychic flip effect. There we go. Again, so I'm not going to read all these because it's too much and I want the video to kind of just keep moving on, because you don't really want to see all these individually. If you want to, you can pause the video and read, because I do show that. This is Nail Shadow Ariel. And there we go, another flip effect, of course. Alright. Then the next one is Resh Shadow Incarnation. That's a trap card right there. Okay. And then we got El Shadow Winda, level 5. That's a fusion right there. 1 shadow monster plus 1 dark monster. Okay. Oh my god, I love these artworks though. It's freaking crazy. I've always loved the Shadow archetype. I haven't really talked about it too much on my channel. But yeah, you know, I haven't talked too much about it. But I really should talk a little bit more about the archetype. And of course we got the iconic Shadow fusion. There we go. Look at that artwork. Look at that beauty. My god. Yeah, so that's all the supers. You get 7 super rares. Basically 3 effect monsters, 1 trap, 2 fusions, and then 1 spell card. And these are all of these in combination with your 3 ultras. Those are your 10 foils. Moving on to the comics now. I'm going to go through these fairly quickly. A lot of these are actually just reprints. A few new things I believe, but a lot of these are reprints, like for example Shadow Falco. So we got Shadow Falco, Shadow Hedgehog, okay, everyone knows that one of course. Shadow Squamata, then we got Shadow Dragon, okay, Shadow Beast, Shadow Hound. We got Shadow, okay, this one's actually a pendulum. Shadow Zephranaga, okay, look at that. Then we got Shadow Zephyr Core, some more pendulums. Then we got, alright, so these are basically all of them. There's probably more shadows in a little bit later, but these are all the literally shadow cards. Well, at least for monsters for now. But then we got some more support. First of all, they actually give us a common Blackluster Soldier Envoy of the Beginning. That's actually pretty cool to have. It's always nice to have one of these first editions, regardless if it's a foil or not. Always cool to have that. Then we got a Lava Golem and a Dark Armed Dragon. Oh my god, Dark Armed Dragon is... It recently went into the Unlimited list. It always used to be on the Limited or, you know, then Semi-Limited, and just this whole back and forth thing, because it was a freaking broken card back when it came out. It was ridiculous. Nowadays it finally went to Unlimited. It only took them, I don't even know how many years. That's been a long ass time. So we got a Lava Golem, Fairy Tale Sleeper, Performage, Trick Clown. Okay. Then we got Armageddonite, always good for some dark support. That card is limited, of course. Then we got Phyllis, Lightsworn Archer. Okay, Lightsworns as well. Electromagnetic Turtle, fairly useful graveyard protection, similar to Necrogarna, but it can only be used once per duel. But this one blocks for the whole battle phase. Necrogarna is only for 1 attack, but it's not once per duel. Mathematician. As you can see, a concept is of course sending cards to the graveyard, like Lightsworns. This thing activates in the graveyard. Mathematician on the summon sends any monster. Armageddonite on the summon sends a dark monster. Fairly cool, you know, in so many ways. And we got Curry Bandit and Cerberus. I was going to say Cerberus. It's Cerberus. So this is the monster lineup here. Basically all of these cards in combination with literally the Shadow cards, of course. So that's kind of cool. So we got all those. Moving on to the spells. So first we start with Curse of the Shadow Prison. Then we got El Shadow Fusion. Okay. Then we got Nephi Shadow Fusion. That's actually an equip card. Super Polymerization. Always nice to have one of those first edition. Plus an instant fusion as well. Always good. And an Allure of Darkness. And a Foolish Burial. Living Fossil is one of the better equip cards because it can actually bring back from the graveyard. Pot of Avarice, another good one. Twin Twisters. That's good to have, of course. So honestly, a lot of really good stuff. I mean, that's why it's a structure deck and not a starter deck, right? A lot of really fantastic cards. Not even just specifically for Shadows, but if you're just looking to get some extra copies of all these really useful cards, especially a lot for dark support here, that's pretty good. We got Shadow Core, Sinister Shadow Games. Then we got Puro Shadow Aeon, Lost Wind, Unending Nightmare. This was a very interesting one for the longest time, in case you don't know. You can pay 1,000 life points on target, one piece of spell trap on the field, destroy it. You can only activate this effect of Unending Nightmare once per turn. It had some, wait a minute, once per turn. Am I thinking of the wrong card? I thought this, oh my god, I'm going crazy. I'm really going crazy here. Then we got Lost Wind, Necro Fusion, Subterra Succession. Okay, so that's it for all the trap cards here. A lot of specific Shadow support cards, but also just in general some pretty viable cards. So that's kind of nice to have, of course. And lastly, we got a few more extra deck monsters. We have El Shadow Wendigo. Okay, there we go. Look at that, only 200 attack. For a Wendigo. You would think a Wendigo would have more attack, but obviously it's not the case. And then the other one is El Shadow, how do you pronounce this one? Anoyatolis? I have no clue. I don't know too much about the specific shadows, man. I need to do more research. Let's first be fusion summon, and player can spell some monster from the hand or graveyard using spell trap effects. So this card's into the graveyard, you can target one shadow spell trap added to your hand. Pretty cool. So you got two more fusions right there. And then we got Shadow Construct. There we go. 2 flip monsters, it's a link 2 with 1200 attack, but it's a common as you can see. So yeah, and then the last card is this one, which is just dueling some marketing. Yeah. So I'm just gonna, I don't need that one. Alright, so that's basically it for the entire deck. As you can see, it's actually pretty good. It has a lot of really good things. Even if you don't want to build a Shadow deck, it does have extremely useful copies of extra cards like Darkroom Dryad and Envoy of the Beginning. The spell lineup is actually really good as well. A lot of really useful things here. We just scroll through this, Super Polymerization, Instant Fusion, Allure of Darkness, Foolish Burial, Living Fossil, Pot of Avarice, Twin Twisters. So many good support cards here. The Shadows lineup is specifically pretty good as well. A lot of flexibility, a large variety of cards as well. And the other monsters, well, some of them are not as useful. Some are actually Armageddon Knight, for example. Lightsworn is always nice to have, of course. Electromagnetic Turtle, Mathematician also for milling. So yeah, so that's about it for this one. As always, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, leave a comment. I'd appreciate it very much. Thank you. And as always, I will see you all next time. Bye bye, everyone. Have a great and, of course, a fantastic day.